Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and we are here with another Inspired By episode. And this is where a bunch of us, there's 6 of us, all get inspired by one type of idea or product or anything, and we all kind of scrap with that. So this week we are all scrapping this adorable photo of my daughter Nora. I shared it with them, my little group of scrappy friends, and they all loved it so much they wanted to scrap it. So we decided that we would just turn it into this month's episode. I'm very, very excited to see what everyone's created. They've all kept it a big secret from me, so I am only finding out today, and I'm so excited to see everyone's take on this photo. So this is a photo of my daughter after a bath one day, and I decided to take the kind of approach where I'm titling this Mommy's Little Mermaid, and she loves the water so much. She is definitely a water baby, and so that's where I came up with my title. But let me tell you how much I struggled with this layout. I knew I wanted to use that mermaid, and that was all I knew. So I went through my paper. You saw me go through this, and it's going really fast for a reason. You'll see in a minute. I just struggled. I really liked this piece of pink 6x6 that I had in my stash, so I'm going to use that as a bordering piece that is really pretty and kind of helps pop the photo off of the background, and I was really liking that. And I really tried to use this piece of Pink Fresh Studios pattern paper. It's so pretty, and I have been wanting to use it for so long. I can't make it work. It probably would have been okay. I probably could have made it work, except for the fact that because this is like a water layout type thing, the bird was throwing me off so bad. I could not make that bird work for the life of me. I struggled and I struggled and I struggled. And to see the word mermaid and then a bird, oh, I couldn't make it work. But I also didn't want to cover it up because it's like one of my favorite parts of this entire piece of pattern paper. This layout. So I go about it. You can see I've done some embellishing. I'm going to try and make a few things work here and add a little bit of layers. And I tried really hard. I spent half a day trying to make this work. And eventually I give up, go online and find a pattern of a seashell that I could trace out, and I'm gonna hand stitch this seashell so that it has some really fun texture to it. And that is so that way, because of the bird was throwing me off and I knew the bird was throwing me off, my idea was like, if I'm gonna use this collection, which is the Summer Lights from Pink Paisley, I might as well go all out. Let's find a seashell, let's stitch it up, let's put her on top of it and really turn it into a really unique layout where it's all about water. So here you can see me moving my hands a bunch. I'm trying to explain to you how much this layout is not working for me and how frustrated I am. And I love my little cluster that I've created around my photo, and that stays. You will see that just basically be completely transferred over to the other piece of pattern paper I used. But I'm showing you, I even showed you, I tried to cover it up with a crab. I could not make that bird work. So I was so frustrated. I had to walk away and just take a breath. And so I've come back now, and you can see I've hand stitched this really pretty shell on some pattern paper. It's a piece of pattern paper from the collection. And now I'm deciding, do I use that purple, which is my all-time favorite piece of pattern paper from this collection, or do I use this really gradient, very pretty gradient? And really, my photos stood out best on this piece of paper, on this side of it. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to reapply my embellishments, and now everything's slowed down now because this is my actual layout. So I'm going to reapply some of the embellishments and clusters and make it work. And I thankfully was able to use a lot of the pieces from the collection that I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to use this stuff. Like, I love the Summer Lights collection, but I just have no idea how to use all of it. It's so beachy and so water themed. And we only go to the beach once a year. It's really hard for me to use. So this is how I'm using it. And I really love the final product now that it's done. But oh, was this a layout of love. It took so much work. And I was so frustrated with it. And you know what I think it probably was is because we're all scrapbooking the same layout. And we talk to each other. This group of gals that does this series with me, we're like best friends through Scrappy in the Scrappy world. We talk to each other every day. We call each other our Scrappy tribe. And so I knew that they were really loving their takes on their layouts, even though I didn't have any idea what they looked like. And so I felt pressure to make this layout as good as how they're feeling. So I think that was part of it. But the other part is sometimes you just struggle with a layout, and that was just the way this one went. And I wanted to keep it in so you could see how it completely changed courses, right? Like this is a completely different vibe and feeling, but I really like it and I'm proud of the way it turns out. It was hard. I had a really hard time with it. So I'm going to reapply my letters. I'm going to title this Mommy's Little Mermaid. I really loved that idea. And I'm going to add a couple more pieces of pattern paper from the collection down there just to kind of help make a shelf for the shell. I've added the 2 frames, and you can see I've cut the fun because that's the best part of that frame. I'm going to apply that and turn it into a banner. I add one of those really pretty silver clouds. I love that. That's really fun. And then I'm just going to add a few more things. I do manage to get the wave put in this layout, and yeah, it's fun. I put the title directly under that, so it kind of has a place. So it's like my title is the shelf. I really like the way that I made that work as well. And really, this is the basis of my layout. You're just going to see me add the rest of it. So while you watch me do this, let me just say, go make sure to check out. So it's Sarah Scraps, Christina Sorge, Hannah Lemieux, Megan, who's Crafty Maggie, and Beth, who's Scrapping Wonders. Make sure to go check out all of their takes today because everyone's done a layout with this adorable photo of my daughter. And let us know what you think. Do you like this? How you see that we do the same photo but within our own styles? Because I'm thinking that it might be fun. Definitely not episode, and you're probably talking like maybe for, November's episode or January's episode. Maybe we'll do this again with someone else's photo that we all really love, because we all try to work really hard with our photography, and when we share a photo, a lot of us are like, I love that so much. So maybe we'll take that on and do that as well. So let us know what you think. And my final touches here, I'm going to add the date here, and I'm going to put my journaling right underneath my title, which again kind of helps just to ground it and make it all stand out perfectly. And I'm also using these hearts that I stamped and watercolored for the episode from Stash Bash this month that I struggled with and couldn't make work. And I'm going to add a few of them on my layout as well. And then my final touch is I do some more hand stitching as a border around my layout, and I'm just showing you that, and that does it for me.